All right, so what's going on, guys? The Negro Shotty here, and today I gotta talk to you guys a little bit about some Dragon Ball Z stuff well, not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super stuff that I didn't really get to talk about. Over the past few weeks, there's been new episodes of Dragon Ball Super coming out. I haven't really talked about Dragon Ball Super in a while because I didn't really catch up. I've pretty much had to catch up this last weekend. The last episode that I talked about on this channel was, I believe, the Jiren special, which was episode 109 and then 110. With these last few episodes, we're on episode, I want to say 116 now. So I saw the last five episodes on Sunday. I marathon through those episodes, and I kind of wanted to just talk about. I kind of just want to talk about it right quick. And specifically, I want to talk about this fight between Goku and Kale and Caulifla. A little bit after the whole Jiren thing about the everything that went on during the special, the episode 110, 109. Uh, something that something that I've said before, and I still want to do a video really elaborating on everything and really kind of dissecting this show's problems. Like I really want to go in depth with that, but I'm not going to do that today. One of the things I'm really noticing is the fact that these characters are as strong. And here's the thing: because Jiren is as strong as the show needs him to be. The reason I say this is because when Hit went up against Jiren after the whole special and stuff, right? And I believe it was for about two episodes, or maybe it was that one episode. Like I said, I watched all the episodes back to back, but Hit Hit was fighting against Jiren, and Hit used his time control powers, and of course they weren't effective against Jiren. And at one point, one of the gods say something. It was either one of the gods or Whis, or one of the angels. But anyways, somebody says something like, "Oh, Jiren, like time, like Jiren has master over time, or something, because he broke out of Hit's like time cage." I forgot what they exactly called it, but basically Hit used his powers to kind of try to hold Jiren in place so that Kale, Khalifa, and God, what's the other dude name, man? But uh, basically, Hit did that so that his teammates, they try to help his teammates so that they can try to eliminate the other fighters in the other universes, because they already know that they can't defeat Jiren. So their plan was, okay, let's just go after everybody else. And because Jiren's universe has less fighters, they'll lose by default. And it was a good plan, but the thing is, the show, because Jiren has to be this unstoppable force. You know, Hit's powers weren't enough. Uh, Jiren was able to break out of his time powers, his time cage, or whatever you want to call it. And the show doesn't really explain it. It just be like, okay, he has mastery over time, or he's not affected by time. And it's like, what? That doesn't what? And so pretty much that's why I'm saying this show, when it comes to the show and the villains, Jiren is just as strong as the show needs him to be. Like, there's no really gauge for his powers at this point. I mean, the man can pretty much defeat people by just glaring at him. By just glaring at him, he can like shoot energy beams and all this other bull crap. And he'll hit somebody in the air and just cross his arms like this, has zero personality, and yet people are so excited to see more of this character. I don't know how, but that I guess that's kind of this kind of getting off of the point, so I apologize. Um, Another reason why I say that, these characters, especially when it comes to uh once Kale and Caulifla, they fight against Goku at one point, and Caulifla wants to learn Super Saiyan 3. And for those of you guys who don't, who like, this might be your first time on my channel, or you might have not watched my other videos about Kale and Khalifa, go and watch those videos. I will probably put a link in the description and then probably in the comment section below. But I did a full video, and then also a discussion video all about Kale, Khalifa, the Super Saiyan transformation, and all my thoughts on it. And like, here's what I generally think about these two characters, just to give you a quick taste of where I'm coming from, because I don't really hate Khalifa as a character. I actually like the character, but she's not fleshed out, and neither is Kale. They never gave these characters a chance to get fleshed out and give you a reason to actually give a crap about them. It feels like their progression has been so rushed, and then people desperately try to defend it. And I've given examples in the past about how about other characters skipping Super Saiyan, like easily achieving Super Saiyan transformation. I've given examples of that in another video. The thing is, with these characters, it's hard to even give a crap about them, because it seems like Kira Toriyama just rushed through everything just so that we can see Goku fight Kale and Caulifla, just so we can see Kale transform into legendary Super Saiyan. I'm trying to do air quotes, I'm doing it horribly, but legendary Super Saiyan, watch Kale become fake Broly. He pretty much rushed to that. And so to see Kale and Khalifa, and then Khalifa wants to go Super Saiyan 3, we already know so far, she's become Super Saiyan 2 so easily and so quickly. And like I said before, people try to defend it. People try to defend it. And it's hilarious to see them try. But here's my thing. Within these last few episodes, we have Kale Khalifa fighting against Goku. They're both in Super Saiyan 2 state, right? And I'm gonna use, because I posted something on IGN yesterday, and a lot of people agree. There were some people that agree with me, and some people that call me a retard because of this, and that. They were really like, it's amazing how stupid this fan base is. It really is, and I'm not trying to. I'm I don't want to insult anybody, really. I just want to have an intelligent discussion about this. But it's like, they were the ones that insulted me first. They were the ones that called me remedial and retarded. Because here's what I said, and I'm gonna read this comment that I left on IGN's review of the episode, because whoever they have reviewing these episodes, they need to fire them. These episodes and this whole arc is a disappointment for the most part. So I'm just gonna read this comment, and then I'm gonna kind of go a little bit more in depth about what I was saying and about some of the things that people were saying to me. So basically, I was saying, you know what, this fight makes no sense. Referring to the fight with Kel Khalifa and Goku. Uh, the fight makes no sense. First off, how was Kale and Khalifa even standing their own against Goku in his normal God form? Referring to, his first God form, where like his hair is red. Um, they shouldn't have had enough power, even as a team, to make him break a sweat, which is true. Uh, then when he goes Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, the Super Saiyan Blue. When he goes Super Saiyan Blue, or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, whatever you want to call it, he really shouldn't be struggling against him. I mean, against them. I mean they're only Super Saiyan 2. Even combined, that wouldn't give them enough power to compete with Goku. If this was the case, then why was Goku struggling against Beerus in Super Saiyan 3 state at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super? These female Super Saiyans haven't tasted God energy yet, but somehow they can fight on the same level of someone who has already achieved God status. I'm supposed to believe that. If all that is needed is fusion to get on the same level that Goku is at, then Goku and Vegeta, they could have just fused to defeat Beerus and possibly even defeat Jiren. And then I go on to say, this show just continues to get worse, and this show continues to get worse. And okay, dag, I should have probably proofread this. Probably should have proofread this as the arc goes on. Jiren and Caulifla are as strong as the plot needs them to be, and have the symptoms of a major problem with the series. So that's pretty much my comment that I left on IGN, and I stand by it because here's the thing. And they mentioned the fact about fusions and how they they basically multiply the fighter's strength, right? But even if that is the case, when it comes to okay, so let me slow down because I don't even want to talk about I don't want to talk about Kefla yet. I don't want to talk about the fusion yet. I just want to talk about Kale Khalifa fighting side by side. First of all, let's tackle that first. So Kale Khalifa fighting side by side. They both went Super Saiyan 2. Now, I don't know who came up with this stupid notion of, okay, first of all, let me debunk something because people keep referring to Kale as a legendary Super Saiyan. And I get why you're saying that, right? Because she looks like Broly. But here's the thing. And here's another thing that people keep saying for some dumb reason. People seem to believe that legendary Super Saiyan is a transformation. They I don't know who came up with this stuff or who told them this stuff, but they're wrong. Legendary Super Saiyan is not a transformation. It's just Super Saiyan. The only reason we call it Legendary Super Saiyan transformation because it's unique to Broly because he is the Legendary Super Saiyan. He's a very powerful Super Saiyan. In the show, because as you all know, technically Broly isn't canon, right? But Broly is the Legendary Super Saiyan. But the show never comes the show never goes out of its way to address Kale as a legendary Super Saiyan. Correct me if I'm wrong. But legendary Super Saiyan transformation is just Super Saiyan. It might be slightly stronger, she might be naturally stronger, just like Broly. If you go back and watch the Broly movie, when he was born with a high power level. Like people were afraid of him. But they don't and here's another thing about this show not building any groundwork, not building any backstory for these characters, not adding any depth for these characters. We don't know about her origins. We don't like the show never says, oh, she was born with an extremely powerful power level. They treat Kale like the Hulk. When she gets angry, when she powers up, that's when she becomes Broly mode. Whereas Broly, like there's a lot of key differences between Broly and Kale. And if you go and look at those videos that I was referring to, I talked about that in depth, especially in I think that discussion. I think I hit on that too. But my whole point with that comment was two Super Saiyan 2s, when you combine their powers, even at Super Saiyan 2 state, just talking about Kale and Caulifla fighting side by side, please listen carefully to what I'm saying. Their combined fighting strength cannot match Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. But even during this fight, because if I remember correctly, it's Kale Caulifla fighting side by side while Goku becomes Super Saiyan God form, right? They shouldn't have even been able to freaking do any damage to this dude. And then people come up with this excuse of, oh, he was low on stamina. See, that's the bullcrap excuse that the show gave. And even when I was watching the show, I'm like, okay, this is nothing but BS. Because Goku says that, oh, I'm low on stamina, so I can't go Super Saiyan 3. Like 2 minutes later, he goes Super Saiyan 3. And then like 5 minutes later, he goes Super Saiyan God. Talking about he's low on stamina. And then Krillin's out there like, see, Goku's already always exceeding expectations. He says something like that. And I'm just like, they use this excuse of, oh, I'm out of stamina. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so they use this excuse that Goku is out of stamina to kind of justify the fact that Kale and Caulifla at Super Saiyan 2 state can keep up with Goku in his Super Saiyan God form. Or even when he briefly goes Super Saiyan 3, but he doesn't do anything in that state. But they use that as a crutch, as a handicap, which I don't think is justified, especially the way that they executed it. And the thing is, because I think a lot of people misunderstood what I was saying with that comment, because I went I went back later and left another comment. I was like, listen, this doesn't make any sense. And we all know about the power levels being bullcrap, right? But that don't make any sense. Super Saiyan 2, like even if you combine Kale and Khalifa's power, even just fighting side by side, not fused, but even combining their powers, that shouldn't equal up to a Super Saiyan God. Because if that was the case, and here's another thing, because hold on, and correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a long time since I've seen like the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. But when Goku, I mean not Goku, didn't Kid Trunks and Goten fuse and go Super Saiyan and try to fight Beerus? Like, shouldn't they? Like, I get that. Obviously Goten and Trunks, they're not as powerful, right? But I mean, they fused, and the show gives this explanation of, oh, when you fuse, uh, your power grows exponentially, like it multiplies. And I can't remember if they actually gave an actual number, like if they said it multiplies by 10. I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. Tell me if they gave the actual number, because like I said, I can't remember. But it's like, okay, well, Goten and Trunks, they fused and fought against Beerus and did nothing against them. And the thing is, and this kind of hit me the other day. It's like Kel and Khalifa, aren't they technically like the same age as Goten and Trunks? I mean, because they kind of look like it. So it kind of throws me off for the fact that Goten and Trunks couldn't be in this tournament, but then Kel and Khalifa could. But that's kind of getting off track, kind of getting off the point. Point is, even with them fused though, it shouldn't have given them a chance to even fight at Goku's level. And Super Saiyan 2, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Let's go ahead and kind of debunk this, because Super Saiyan 2 plus Super Saiyan 2 does not equal Super Saiyan God. Does not equal the same amount of power. Again, power levels are bullcrap. Okay, we already have that established. But still, that's like saying 2 plus 2 equals 7. When we all know that 2 plus 2, what does that equal? 2 plus 2 equals 4. It does not equal 7. That is essentially what this show is telling you, that Super Saiyan 2 plus Super Saiyan 2 can defeat a Super Saiyan God. And even if, okay, you're gonna say, oh my God, no, she's Super Saiyan. No, Kale is legendary Super Saiyan. And the dumbest thing somebody replied to me and had the nerve to call me an idiot was the fact that they said, okay, legendary Super Saiyan is infinite power. It's unlimited power. They said, hey, Super Saiyan 2 has a cap, Super Saiyan 1 has a cap, but legendary Super Saiyan doesn't have a cap. But it's like, hold on. And I said this last time. I said that a few minutes ago about the fact that legendary Super Saiyan is just a title. I've always thought about it that way. Legendary Super Saiyan is just a title. Just like you say, Super Vegeta. It's still Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan Vegeta, then you have like Super Vegeta, if I'm remembering correctly. Just like when Trunks has his different forms, it's still those same base transformations. And even if you want to say, okay, this is a more advanced form of Super Saiyan or whatever, it still has a cap, and it's still below Super Saiyan God. it's still below Super Saiyan God. It's still below Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. That's why that's another reason why I would say these power-ups are pointless. They're just pointless. They're just pointless. And the way that Akira Toriyama has pretty much laid this all out, it's really just, you know, nonsense. I mean, here's the thing, and I've probably said this once before in a Dragon Ball Super video. Like, it's Dragon Ball. It's Dragon Ball. It's not the best writing when it comes to, you know, it's just not the best writing when it comes to, the villains, and when it comes to kind of, balancing power, power scaling type of thing. Like, it isn't something like Naruto where well, can't even speak. It's not like something like Naruto where you know that someone like Choji is never gonna beat someone like Naruto because Naruto has all his powers and stuff. Same thing with Sasuke. Like, you know that Choji can never beat Sasuke because he got the Sharingan, Rinnegan, all that. But Dragon Ball Z says, hey, if the plot demands it, and if we can come up with some BS excuse, then hey, this character, as both of these two characters in Super Saiyan 2 form, can somehow go up against Goku. And you can kind of give them a little leeway and say, okay, yeah, everybody's tired, everybody's running out of stamina. They made a point to say, okay, Caulifla at one point, Kaba, I can't believe I forgot his name earlier. Kaba's like, yo, Kale Caulifla, don't fight this girl. Go stand over there and get your stamina back, right? But even then, it's like, even if they did get their stamina back, they're fighting at full strength. And you're saying, okay, Goku lost his stamina. Well, he gained his stamina back really quickly because, again, his excuse for not being able to go Super Saiyan 3, for not being able to go God state immediately was, hey, I can't get my stamina back. I don't have enough stamina. Then he just magically gets the stamina back when he needs it. When he needs it. It's plot convenience. I wouldn't say it's plot armor, but it's definitely plot convenience because the show demanded it. Goku cannot listen. Goku cannot lose against Kale and Caulifla because he has to fight Jiren. He's got to fight him. He's got to fight him and he's got to beat him. So obviously he can't lose against him. It's plot convenience. It's like it's not logical. It's not logical. And then let's get into Kefla. And the moment these guys fuse, so the moment these two females fuse, right? I'm like, this is turning into some fan fiction, some fan fiction stuff, right? And it's already people like, oh my god, Kefla is the best fusion. This is the best character. I've seen these comments already. And man, this freaking fan base. Kefla, so like when Kel and Caulifla they fuse, and we've already established, okay, the show says, okay, their power has been multiplied. Their power has been multiplied by 10 or 100 or whatever. Regardless of the amount that the multiplier is, like let's say Super Saiyan God Goku is like 10 million, 10 million, right? And base Kefla is 9,000. And these are just fake numbers, obviously. You can multiply that by 10, and and that's the issue because like yesterday I was about to kind of structure a comment on IGN, basically kind of giving these fake values, but I'm like, we just don't know. Like, it's crazy because we don't really have a baseline. We don't have a baseline that says, okay, this is how much power between this number and this number is the amount of power that Goku would have in Super Saiyan God form, and this is where Kefla starts at her base form, and then when Kefla goes Super Saiyan, then she's up on this level, but then like Goku at like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan with Kaioken is like all the way up here. Like, again, power levels are bullcrap, but my whole thing is Kefla, even with Kale and Caulifla going, transforming and stuff, and then going Super Saiyan, still shouldn't be able to fight with Goku on Super Saiyan God form. They are not gods. When you put crap like, okay, all you have to do is fuse and you can fight at the level of a god, then what is the point of Goku and Vegeta? Like, here's the thing with Vegeta, he doesn't like fusing. He does not like fusing unless they absolutely have to. And I haven't watched. I'll admit I haven't watched the Goku Black thing, but I did hear that they kind of retcon the Patara earrings, so now it's not like a permanent thing. Which in this case, I wish it would be permanent because, to be honest, I've said it before. I don't like Kale. I think Kale's a horrible character. And I feel like if Kale and Khalifa kind of combine, because I feel like they took a lot of the elements that made Broly a, I don't want to say interesting character, but at least more interesting in comparison to Kale at least. And he obviously has more of a backstory and stuff. But I feel like if you combine these two characters, it kind of gets rid of that issue that I had personally. But I know that these two characters have to eventually unfuse. Their fusion has to be broken at some point. But uh, God, I almost lost my train of thought. What was it? Oh yeah, with Vegito. So there are people that are saying that Kefla is just as, like, people are saying she's more powerful than Vegito. And correct me if I'm wrong, but have we seen Vegito? And like I said, I haven't seen like the Goku Black arc. I haven't seen any of that. I've seen like little bits and pieces of it. But so when they fuse together and they go Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, they should be able to basically defeat they should be able to defeat Jiren. Like let's say hypothetically, Vegeta, swallows his pride and fuses with Goku, and they go Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan as Vegito or Gogeta, whichever one you prefer. And so they fuse. They should be more powerful than Jiren. That's pretty much what this show is telling me. They should be as powerful as Jiren. They should be able to defeat just about anybody. They should be able to defeat Beerus and Jiren and also Kefla, because at this point Kefla is only able to go Super Saiyan. She cannot go Super Saiyan God. She can go Super Saiyan 2. She hasn't unlocked Super Saiyan 3. She can only go Super Saiyan. She doesn't even have the God power. And like the whole thing that really is very, like, the whole thing that's getting me is like at the beginning of this show, they talk about all this God energy and how it's like, oh, I can't sense Beerus's energy, and how like sensing God energy and God energy is different than like regular ki or whatever. And so again, the whole thing with just Kefla fighting Goku, it just doesn't make any sense. Feel free in the comment section below to argue with me on that, but it doesn't make any sense. I can see if she somehow learned Super Saiyan God and was in Super Saiyan God form, then yeah. Then she should be able to fight him. But because he's in Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and also he's got that Kale Ken on top of it, she shouldn't be able to do anything to him, regardless of him being tired or out of stamina. I'm trying to do air quotes, can't even do it. But regardless of him being out of stamina or low on stamina, or it doesn't make any sense. Not a lick of sense does that make. And then by the end of the fight, and even my brother said this, and he likes Dragon Ball Super. This doesn't make any sense either. Goku just unlocks what's it called? That new transformation. Well, not new transformation. I don't refer to it as a new transformation. It's kind of like Seiju. God, what's it called? Ultra Instinct. He somehow unlocks Ultra Instinct again, and the show doesn't explain it at all. He just gets it again. We don't know how. We don't know how he's triggering it. And I get that. I get that what the show is trying to do is like, okay, this is our justification because justification for Kale and Caulifla getting stronger because this is basically dumb kind of trying to train. This is their training. I don't buy it, and I don't think the execution is good. I don't buy it. And of course, meanwhile, while all this is happening, what is Jiren doing? What is Mister No Personality doing? He's just doing like this with his eyes closed. He's just meditating, sitting crisscross applesauce, eyes closed, no personality, just sitting up there with a wall of energy around him, thing in the world. Okay, so I think I pretty much covered about. I feel like I had to do this video because it's like this crap don't make any sense. Here one day and say that Super was really amazing and all the writing it made sense and all this crap. And again, Dragon Ball Z is not Shakespeare. That it's not something that I would really say. Okay, we need to take this all too seriously. We'll sit up here because here's the thing: if you said, okay, yo, this episode, it was fun to watch, it was entertained by it, but let's not act like it was an amazing episode. Like this is amazing writing and all that. Let's not act like it is because I swear that IGN reviewers and a lot of these guys on YouTube, Toyama is writing the most amazing material of his career. I swear that's how a lot of these YouTubers are acting. Being a Dragon Ball Z fan, see, that's the thing. That's the difference between me and all these other people. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Dragon Ball Z was, because at the end of the day, I went back and watched Dragon Ball Kai like years ago, what 2013 or whatever, and I was like, yo, this is stupid, but it's my childhood, man. Like, I love Dragon Ball Z. And with Dragon Ball Super, it just goes a level below stupid to retard almost. There was a moment of amazingness, but there was just a episode like really good of this arc, and then I was just bad. I mean, one of these days I do want to talk about some of the best episodes of this show so far. I'll save that. Guys for watching this video. I'm pretty sure this video is pretty long. I did not mean for it to be long, but I wanted to cover everything. And I apologize for my microphone quality not being the best. I don't have a microphone right now. I apologize for the lighting. The lighting isn't that good, I know. Thanks for watching. This has been a Negro Shotty. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. This has been a Negro Shotty. I'm out of here. Peace.